Hi Pisces, welcome to your week ahead taroscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Pisces, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you. With that said, remember they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody, and that is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your key to the week this week, you have the Hermit card. And in a lot of ways, this is, so the Hermit card, yes, it's, withdrawal from the world and all the rest of it. I actually feel like this is a week of soul searching for you guys. And so if you find yourself a bit more pensive, a bit more reflective than usual, this would be a great time to do so. The other thing, because it is the Hermit card as well, it's giving you a deeper glimpse, or at least a deeper need to connect or reconnect with what your desires are at that soul level. I actually feel like this is like a reconnection moment. So this week, if you find yourself maybe not necessarily wanting to be so much around people, or feeling a bit more sort of pensive or a bit more reflective or a bit more insular, it wouldn't be a surprise. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. Sometimes we need to withdraw from the world in order to listen to the own inner voice. And I often say to people with the Hermit card, your intuition has got a message for you and you're not able to hear it at the moment because you've got too many distractions. The Hermit is what you do when the High Priestess has a message for you. With that said, I just want to say a massive thank you so much for all of your well wishes and all of your healing and your love. It really does mean a lot to me. So thank you so much. It means the world. If you are a continued subby, you know what Rafi loves you. And if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share. And if you should so choose and it resonates, hit the subscribe button. For your actions and options this week, you've got the King of Cups. This is really nice. Okay, so the reason I say this is really nice, in this deck, the King of Cups represents opulence. And with that Hierophant card, the Hermit card, I actually feel like this week you're going to have it's like you're having a really serious conversation with yourself about how you haven't been looking after yourself, about how you haven't really been, and this isn't like, oh, you haven't given yourself a bubble bath or gone for a massage. This is, you haven't been nourishing yourself at that spirit level. This is about you really saying, you know what does it mean to feel nurtured and nourished? What does it feel like actually? Yeah, to experience opulence in my own life as I understand it. I think this is a week where you're going to really start to work on healing yourself, and not at like a superficial level, but at that like really deep soul fulfilling, nourishing kind of energy. And in this week as well, on the 12th of this week, Jupiter is going to exactly conjunct Neptune in your sign, which is a big deal. I'm not doing so much on it myself because the internet is awash with it at the moment. Like you can, and that's probably a perfect word, because it's it's Jupiter, it's Pisces, it's a lot of water because it's Neptune, which is the seas. So yeah, like this is actually a great time for you, Pisces, to be washed clean at a soul level. And what I mean, that's not to say there's anything about you that's dirty. I think I've explained it well enough. This is you like literally giving yourself a break and saying, you know what, I'm going to allow all of it to fall away. All of the not looking after myself, the not really caring for or nourishing myself or nurturing myself at that deep soul level. This is a real powerful, deep soul personal connection. For your communications and conversations, you've got the Ace of Pentacles. This is very, very nice. This is new offers of work, new job opportunities that are coming in for you, ones that feel more aligned and connected to what you actually love to do. This underneath that Hermit card is literally you saying to yourself, what I do for work or how I've been doing it for work up until now has not been fulfilling. This is you looking for new opportunities, being open to new avenues, new money, new resources coming in. For those of you that are studying, this is great, right? This is you really putting in the graft and the effort. I actually feel like for a lot of you, this might be a time where you start to coalesce, and it's not because you're, you know, like, oh, I've got to shut myself off, or, you know, I've got to be away from the world. It's just, this is more important right now, and I'm going to put my focus here before anything else. When it comes to your those of you that are employed by somebody else, this could be new job opportunities that come up within the workplace, but it could just as easily be, and I feel like it will be for a lot of you, interviews for different jobs that may, for some of you, take you further afield. It's very, very possible. With the for those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, this is an influx of new opportunities when it comes to new money, new finances, new backers, new investments. This is also for a lot of you that work for yourselves. You're going back to the drawing board. This week, it's like you're looking at things and you're saying, what actually is it that I want? What is it that I need? It's like you're taking things back and finding a way to strip them down to their bare components so that you can start to really uncover what does the next step really look like? And that's one of the best ways to use that Hermit card energy. For those of you that are retired or no longer working for any reason, this would be a wonderful time to really look after and support your physical body. Going on a detox, you know, looking after your, like, you know, yeah, all of that stuff, all the things, right? Detox, you know, yoga, tai chi, massage. For me personally, I don't know about anybody else, but one of the things that I love more than anything to really pamper myself is flotation tank therapy. Oh my gosh, like it's just gorgeous. Like ever since I was little, one of my favorite things, like as soon as I go to a beach, the first thing that I'll do is I'll go in the water and I will literally just lay back and float. It is one of the most spiritual experiences that I just feel so connected to everything when I have that experience. And although it's in a tank and it's not in the ocean, when I go into like a float tank, oh my gosh, I remember the first time, tangent, I know, I'm sorry, but the first time I ever went to one, it was the most powerful, profound experience. Like I was so surprised. And I remember when I was explaining it and writing it in like the testimonials book, the guy that worked there was like, wow, like you really got into this, like you got a lot out of it. And he said like a lot of people, it takes them like 3-4 times to really get those kind of experiences, and you just went straight in. And I was like, well, I mean, in all fairness, with what I do for work and everything, I'm probably not more advanced, but more attuned than most people are. So, you know, if you're into it, go for a float. I'm telling you, it will be one of the best things you ever do. Unless you're claustrophobic, in which case don't do that. For your love and relations, you've got the 10 of Pentacles. This is beautiful. For those of you that are newly seeing somebody, this could be talks of moving in together. For those of you that are single and looking, this is wonderful. This is connecting with somebody that has wisdom and maturity. So there's definitely age gap kind of stuff coming in here. It could be for some of you as well that you are, it's like you're, so for those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, this could be you buying a house together. This could be you literally setting this, this could be you literally setting this into motion, right? Which is wonderful. It could also be for some of you as well that you are, sorry, I've just, have I just put my back out again? Please no. This could also be your, come on, brain. Yeah, for those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, you could be buying a house together or setting that into motion. Maybe you're deciding to start a business together that you're doing from home. Very possible. When it comes to those of you that are single and looking, you could be meeting somebody that is really going to help you raise your standard of living. And that's not to say there's anything wrong with there's not to say that there's anything wrong with what you're doing or how you're living now, but this is somebody that could come in that could really help you elevate this. And because you're already emitting that energy of needing opulence, of needing sort of like that upgraded material and spiritual experience, this could be a very powerful week for you. Wow. And as if it couldn't get any better, you've got the Sun card for your money and materials. The Sun card, so here's a little known combination that comes up. The Sun card coupled with the Ace of Pentacles represents true material wealth. We're talking big money. If you were ever going to play the lottery, if you were ever going to put money on a horse that you can afford to spend, not, you know, the wife, the house, the car and the kids on the roulette table, unless you really want to get rid of them, in which case, you know, scrap that, edit it out. But this, that represents true material wealth. If you were ever going to do something this week, is your moment to do it. All right, this is potential real wealth / money making energy. Play the lottery, put money on a horse, you know, do something that has that kind of, you know, luck, once in a million energy. Because again, even with the conjunction that's happening in your sign, this is once in a lifetime for all of us. Those two planets are never going to conjunct in Pisces again in any of our lifetimes, unless of course they discover how to make us live an extra 100 years. So when it comes to physical health and vitality, the Sun card is beautiful for health because it's a new lease on life. So this whole thing about you nourishing yourself at a soul level, I think is going to set off a cascading energy in your physical self as well. When it comes to your home and environment, the Sun card is blessings, right? This with the Ten of Pentacles as well. Like, damn, Pisces. Wow, just wow. For your also that Sun card with this and with the Hermit card, have a moment this week, whether it's, you know, if you can have a full day, switch off the phone, go for a long walk, do some meditation. And the reason I say this is because the Hermit card, like I said, it's that pulling away from the loud so that you can hear the inner voice. Some idea that could come to you in the quiet time, right? And I know some of you don't like to be alone with your thoughts or whatever, but in that quiet time, you could have your $1 million idea. You could have your insight or your thing that comes to you that's going to put you on the map, that's going to make you that big money. You know, it might not be from a lotto win or whatever, but that doesn't mean that the universe can't give it to you through something that comes internally. All right, so pay attention this week because it could be very profound. And then finally, for your full moon message, you've got the full moon on the 16th in the sign of Libra. You got the gate 22 and grace. And here's where this gets really interesting. This gate literally is Neptunian. This is Neptunian energy in a human design sense, which is just fantastic. This card, one, represents true partnership, because that's what the swan represents, because they mate for life. So for some of you, if you're looking and you're open to it, this could be a week where you know me, I don't say this like every week, oh, you're meeting somebody, you know, that could be a soulmate. This, I mean, with a week like this, you know, what else can I say? Like, really, this could be amazing. When it comes to your, the other thing as well with this is create for the sake of creating. Listen to your creative urge, your creative nudges, the things that pull you into that creative sphere, because they could very well be the things that truly take you in a that truly help you or your lifescape take off. Like, really, this is why I say have at least one day this week where you separate yourself from the world. Switch off the phone, don't look at social media. Go for a really nice long walk, get some good fresh air. I don't even care if it's raining. In fact, if it's raining, even better, right? Like, tap into this energy, because there's some messages that could come through for you this week that could be so profound and potentially wealth building. You might be really, really surprised. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Take care, and I'll see you soon.